Hello, my name is Rich Desmond. I am in the California Highway Patrol, and so my story is about an experience I had when I was a patrol sergeant several years ago. I was working in our downtown Sacramento office that works out of the state capitol, and I was on patrol early in the morning hours, and there were maybe 3 or 4 officers out on my shift that I was directly supervising. I was driving towards the state capitol from J Street, I think down 9th or 10th Street. I think I was heading down 10th Street, and I heard on monitor on the radio a call from our dispatch center that there was a man who was walking on K Street Mall swinging a very large steak knife, or large kitchen knife. And this call had come in from a civilian, who called it in and said he was swinging the knife at people on K Street Mall. This is about 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 or 8:30 in the morning, and so there were a lot of people walking to work on K Street Mall, so a lot of pedestrians in the area. So I hear this call on the radio, and just as I'm passing K Street Mall, I look right and look left to see if maybe I could see this individual. And to my left, I remember very distinctly, I saw a white male with no shirt, and he was holding a very large knife with a blade that was probably 10 inches long. So it was a very large kitchen type knife. So I turned my patrol car down K Street Mall where the individual was heading, and I got on the radio immediately to request additional units for backup for the situation. I got to within about 50 feet of the individual, turned on the lights on my patrol car. I was in a black and white CHP patrol car. Turned on the lights in my patrol car, turned on my radio extender, that's my portable radio that I was wearing, and I got out of my patrol car and I took out my gun. I pointed at this individual and started giving him verbal commands to drop the knife. He did not drop the knife. He kept walking, facing away from me. I closed my distance from him to about 25 feet or so. There were people on both sides of K Street Mall who saw this individual and started walking off to the sides to get away from him. But the individual was not obeying my commands. I kept yelling at him to drop the knife. He would not drop the knife, did not turn around to face me, but I certainly felt fear that if he had turned around, I would have to take some kind of very serious action to stop the threat, either to myself or other people on K Street Mall. After walking and following him for about 30 seconds to a minute, 2 additional CHP units arrived at my location. Both officers parked their patrol cars, got out on foot, started following this individual. We all had him at gunpoint. One of the officers with me, I ordered him to remove his taser from its holster. And again, the individual walking with a knife still was not obeying my commands. So I told the officer to shoot the taser barbs at him. The taser, he did so. We were about 15 to 20 feet away from him at this point. The taser barbs went out and hit the individual in the probably upper shoulder area and one down towards his waist. The way a taser works is it essentially immobilizes you by contracting all of your muscles, and the individual dropped to the ground. The knife dropped to the ground right near him. I ran up, kicked the knife away from him. With the assistance of the 2 other officers, we were able to grab his arms and put him in handcuffs, and he had no other weapons on him, and we took him into custody and arrested him for the threats he was making to the pedestrians in the mall. So the good thing was that he did not get injured, I did not get injured, none of the officers got injured, and no one else got injured that day.